Okay, so it's December 20th. It's like midnight. So I just got done another investigation. So there's a few epiphanies. The one is this one here. So so most times I eat this upstairs here, but when I eat it upstairs, it doesn't include the element earth, which is downstairs here. So I've done my prayers, so now I'm asking for forgiveness for my transgressions. So now I gotta purify the electricity in my body by replenishing the energy in my body with this food here. But before I do that, I need to use like the fat reserves in my body to do a few exercises, purification. Because when I'm purifying the good side of creation, I eat that food. That purifies the good side. But I haven't been purifying the bad side of creation. And so for that, I need to use the fat reserves in my body, because the fat reserves is considered sin. So before I eat that, I'm gonna, I guess I'll just do the stair climbs. So I'll do stair climbs with my eyes shut, then stair climbs with my eyes open. I'll probably go, I don't know, maybe 11 minutes each. So that's one epiphany, but the other one is let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find a picture of the soul. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so what I just described to you there, like going up and down the stairs here for 22 minutes, utilizing the fat reserves in my body, that purifies the bad side of creation. Because I don't want them, being left out of the loop, because I'm trying to bring everyone back in creation, back under grandmother's plan of 3,000 years to paradise. So what I've been normally doing is just purifying the good side of creation. And that's probably how they got a one-up on me. So if I include the bad side using the fat reserves, it hopefully might balance things out. So that's my epiphany. So the other epiphany is there's a little bit of magic involved in this, because this is the inner ring of souls here. This is positive, which is these ones here. So health, life, air, earth, water, fire, love, and then spirituality. So those are on the inside. Those are positive. That's my soul there on the inside, right there. So when I do my exercises inside the house here, up and down the stairs. It's a representation, because I'm on the inside of a building, of purifying that inner ring. So I've yet to take this food outside or do exercises outside, because it's my expectation that after I do the 22 minutes there, I'm going to go outside here, and then I'm going to climb up and down the stairs there for 22 minutes. 11 minutes with my eyes shut, and then 11 minutes with my eyes open. And that's going to represent earth, because my feet will be touching the ground, and then it's going to represent air when I come up here. So it's both sides of creation. So you want to consider that as white magic. So I'm trying to purify this outer ring of souls here, which is the health, life, air, earth, water, fire, love, spirituality. These are the female souls. So that's a new technique, but it can also be applied to these atoms here. So that's, I'm floating around like that as far as I know, but I could be that green one there. So this is outside, and then that's inside. So when I'm eating inside, I'm purifying that part there. But if I take my ceremony outside, do my exercises outside, and then come inside, eat my food downstairs to represent earth, come back upstairs to represent air, then climb up and down the stairs for 11 minutes with my eyes shut, and then 11 minutes with my eyes open, and then take the food outside, take it down to the bottom of the stairs and have a bite to eat out there, and then bring it back upstairs, and then have a bite to eat there, and then do my exercises. It's my hope that that's a form of white magic, and it's going to purify this outside part and the inner part. This outside part and the inner part. So that's epiphany number 2. And the other one is when I was using my I forgot it over there. When I was using my my aids or my toys, I tended to know. I noticed something. It took quite a while to get there, but when I use this hand here, there's a great deal of magnetism in it. It's almost like a magnet is in this hand. And when I use this hand, it's like electricity. So that's something I didn't know before. So now when we watch the Thor trailer, Thor Awakens His Power, and you see the electricity come out of this hand, that's because this element here is that electron, because that's fire. That's me there. So this is me here, that's me there. And then I probably have that orange one there, fire. And then it's electricity basically, so it gives electricity to this hand. So if this is electricity, and this is magnetism, this is earth, meaning that green one there, that green one there, and that green one there. Plus these other spirits are like let's see if I can find one here. Yeah, I'll use this one. So these are like there's a black hole at the center of the Earth. There's a black hole near the star. And there's one in the galaxy. So this is invisible electromagnetic radiation or gravity. So that green part is magnetism. And that orange part is fire. So what I've deduced tonight by putting in overtime with my toy is that this is magnetism, and this is the female side of creation, because it's the left hand. And this is the right hand. This is the male side of creation. So I'm fire, and whoever is my soulmate is magnetism. I had it backwards. I had me down as earth, because that green wave is basically the element earth. So that's the third epiphany. I didn't know that this was magnetism. I didn't know that this was fire. I always thought this one was magnetism and fire. No, I guess it's just fire. So that's information I didn't have, and it's really cutting it close, because I got 5 days left till Christmas time. I'm worried that these guys are getting me to waste my time, having an orgasm, while on the crystal, so that I'll create a black hole or something, right? Or do damage to the earth. So when I'm using this toy here, it actually does damage to the animals, because this is made of dinosaur juice. So that black hole at the center of the planet is the plants, animals, insects, and fungi spirits. So by using this, which is made out of animals, I'm infecting that black hole at the center of the earth with sin. And I believe that that's part of evil's plan, to keep this, or to activate their weapon here. Because when mother becomes pregnant, if I haven't done enough running to purify that black hole there, then CERN, when they're playing around with their particle accelerators, or any one of the other ones that are hidden around the world here, because I believe they got one in Area 51. It's a hidden particle accelerator. I'm told they got one in China, it's hidden somewhere. And then they got some out in Jupiter, like the moon's Europa. The guys built a particle accelerator on the moon, Europa. So we can't stop those particle accelerators, but we can stop CERN. So if I can't get that black hole purified in time by running consistently from now until whenever, then if mother becomes pregnant, if I'm unable to stop her from becoming pregnant, and she carries through with it, then I'll have about 6 weeks, hopefully, or less, to purify that black hole and all of these spirits here, because all of this needs to be purified, because I haven't been doing my running, and I've been slacking off, and I've been playing around with the spirits to see how far they'll take me and what I'll learn. And I got 3 pieces of information I didn't have, so I now know that I gotta run, but I gotta run like hell, like I gotta run consistently every day, and I gotta start eating healthy. Like I can't be eating crap food. So I gotta incorporate, more healthy alternatives into my diet. So that's Epiphany 3, run. So those are my 3 epiphanies. What's the other one? I keep trying to figure out, I'm really getting dragged around by the spirits and misled. Like they're trying to point me in Sherry's direction. And during the investigation, it felt, like I might be on to something, because when I was thinking about her, I started getting a headache. That headache is not a good sign, because it means that she's pure. So wherever she's pure. So what I should have did is I should have thought about Jaden to see if that would give me a headache, but I didn't. So The story I've been told is that Sherry could be the creator, and Jaden is just, it's like smoke and mirrors, like to misdirect me, mislead me, and make me put all my eggs in that basket. But meanwhile, Sherry's the one that needs to be is the creator. So, and then I've been even shown that it's not even her or Jaden. It's her cousin Leia, which is, it's a surprise. But it's like as I'm working, I'm investigating and investigating. And there's these clues that come to my mind, like I had a slight epiphany to this one, like that's called a mattress, right? Like a mattress. But the M and the A and the T, that's Matt. And that is Jaden's uncle, but it's also Leia's father. So when you add the Matt, and then you add the RES, which stands for reservation, it means Matt Reservation. So what does that mean? Well, it means that one of those ladies is the queen of the reservation, Matt Reservation. So it's either Jaden's uncle or it's Leia, whose dad is Matt. Now you got to take into the factor that Leia was conceived in this house at a party 14 years ago downstairs by Matt and Sabrina. So that's another clue, man. And then the clues just keep piling up. So I'm really, at a loss for, direction here, but I don't give up hope on Mother Jaden, because I theorize that all of that is just smoke and mirrors to make me, drag my feet so that I can't get a hold of her, because the pregnancy weapon is what fires the black hole. So, the only person that can do that is you, Jaden. That's why, I don't, what's the word? I try not to stress too much about it. However, all this spiritual warfare could have, damaged, her soul, and maybe she fell asleep, and if that's the case, they had a more devious plan behind it all, like to get me to harm her spirit so that she'll fall asleep. That way, I can't wake her up, because mankind, being half the planet being walking dead imposters, will come to get me before I can do anything. And then, it's like, if I can't do anything, like if I can't clone her, if I can't, get a message over to the elemental universe, well, then I don't know who I'm dealing with. So, it's like, it could be their plan. The crystal, could be their way of doing more harm than good. I'm even told that, I could have harmed the entire universe. If you look over here in the bag, in theory, it means, I could have did a lot of harm to mankind even. Everybody could be imposters. I could be dealing with, the whole planet is a bunch of imposters, with the exception of kids who haven't climaxed yet, because the climax is the key to your soul. So, what is this? Right there. So, all life, saint, age. So, everybody who's good in creation, all life, age, saint. What does that mean? Well, it means when I climax using drugs, it ages their souls, it ages their spirits. So, if it ages people, then that means people here, your souls, when I climax, that thing comes down, hits that atom, and travels over to the core, comes into the soul. The electricity in here being produced from a creator having a climax on crystal meth could drain your soul's energy, and that could have done more harm than good. I mean, it means exactly what I just said. The evil could have teleported, 4 billion people over here during my spiritual warfare and replaced everybody with the climax. And now I'm dealing with an entire planet worth of, imposters. So, keep that in mind, folks. If it's true, only you guys know if it's true or not, because wherever you come from, you guys go back home and you know how the plan goes out. And then I have had some help, some people came forward and say, Anthony, what you said there about, getting, draining everyone's life force, it's true. Half the entire planet are, not who they say they are. But we understand this is Ragnarok. We want to do our best to, fulfill grandmother's dream of bringing everyone back home because every child matters, right? So, anyhow, 5 days. It's like 5 days. I worry because there's a song like "Not Afraid" by Eminem. That's me. I'm not afraid to climax on this stuff because I want to see where it takes me. And I don't know. This climax here, I could have created a black hole tonight. And there might be a black hole or asteroid or whatever comes flying in here on Christmas Day, and then I'll be screwed. But not afraid is about me not being afraid to partake in this extracurricular activity to see what I can find. And but that song, Not Afraid, it has the lyrics like a fuck you for Christmas. So we're 5 days away from Christmas. So I'm a little bit worried. However, it doesn't necessarily mean this Christmas. If I can't get my book out by this Christmas, to save the day from Jade to become pregnant, I'm not worried because I have one trailer. It's called The Seventh Sign by Demi Moore. So if you search up The Seventh Sign by Demi Moore and then you watch the trailer, it says your baby's due February 29th. And then Demi Moore says, how did you know that? Well, the baby is a representation of Mother Jaden being my baby, meaning in theory it means that I may not be able to get this book out in time for Christmas for her to read it, and she may not be due to read the book until February sometime, even January. So if we shoot for January, she reads it by January, it means that potentially her baby is not due till the end of February, which gives her a lot of time to, decide what you want to do. So that's why I'm not worried about getting the book out by Christmas time. Because, the Eminem song it's fearful, but you have to push past that fear. That's just an example of what I have to put up with. It does scare me a little bit, like what's going to happen on Christmas Day? Is it going to be a black hole, et cetera, et cetera? Like, I don't worry about it though. But when you listen to the song, that's what it means. What's going to happen? Like a fuck you for Christmas. So, basically, what I think it means is, well, you didn't say today. Well, no, that's all right. I got till next year, next Christmas. So, anyhow, that's my spiel. So, I'm not worried about mother becoming pregnant till February because of that, the seventh sign. But what I am worried about is whether or not I'm all alone on this planet because of the trailer Last Man on Earth. Am I alone here, people? You tell me.